If you are watching this video, it is most likely that you watched and commented on a video entitled Teens React to Lorde Royals. Okay? Now, Lorde is some kind of a new musical band, and they have sung a song called Royals. Okay? Which, of course, I found to be very hilarious, and I couldn't hardly stop laughing, and that's why it took me so long to make this video. Alright, so the video starts out in some suburbia somewhere. We're never told where this is. We see a bunch of houses and a street. Okay? A bunch of houses and a street, and there's some guys, at least two of them, living in an apartment. At least that's the way I get it. Anyway, so the song starts up, I read the lyrics, and here's the things that I'm thinking about as I'm listening to these lyrics. Alright, now I know that not very many people have ever held a diamond in their hands, much less seen one unless they've been to a jewelry store. That's perfectly obvious. Okay, now, what does a guy taking a shower have to do with a diamond? Really? Okay, you're showing a guy taking a shower, but you're talking about diamonds. What? And how do you cut your teeth on a wedding ring? What do? You just bite your nail so much that you bite into the wedding ring, you cut your teeth on it? Well, that is a dentistry bill, by the way. And then you talk about how this diamond ring, or these sets of diamond rings, are in a movie. How do you cut your teeth on a digital image? I'd love to know this. Makes no sense. Okay. And then you have snow on a modern television set. Haven't you ever heard of the digital conversion and how everything's been converted all to digital, and most likely you just see a blank screen rather than snow? What? You don't have cable? Don't have a satellite dish? Everybody pretty much has cable or satellite dish nowadays. Well, most everybody anyway. And then my next question is, if you're not proud of your address, well, then why don't you run up some money and move? Find someplace else you like. Okay? And yes, you can do that. You can get yourself a higher paying income. Okay? You can find yourself some gainful employment that's higher paying. Just get yourself a good education, and you can do this. It's not that hard. Okay? And what does two guys living in an apartment have to do with being proud of your address? Well, they're not proud of their address? They look pretty comfortable to me. Okay? And then you talk about a torn-up town. Really? A torn-up town? You are living in suburbia and you're talking about a torn-up town. Really? Okay? And that's definitely not what I see in the video. I'm not seeing this torn-up town. I'm seeing suburbia. If you're going to talk about a torn-up town, why don't you show a torn-up town? See. And then what does a gray goose have to do with gold teeth? What they do, surgically implant gold teeth in a gray goose? I don't want to see that. But then, and which songs do you hear on the radio that actually remind you of gray geese or gold teeth, either one? You know, when I hear songs on the radio, I don't think about gray geese, and I'm certainly not thinking about gold teeth. Really? And then you talk about tripping in the bathroom. Well, if you trip in the bathroom, that's a lot of porcelain. And you hit that much porcelain, and you're going to bust your teeth to pieces, not to mention bust a few bones in the process. That talk about a hospital bill. Okay? And then you talk about blood stains. Are these blood stains on your ball gown? I mean, you mentioned blood stains, then you mentioned a ball gown. Do you have blood stains in a ball gown? And then, thinking of this, why are we talking about ball gowns when you're showing guys in an apartment? Okay? What would they be doing with ball gowns? I don't know. Okay. Now, are these guys in an apartment or are they in a hotel room? That's never really clarified in the video. Okay? And if they are in a hotel room, why would they go around trashing it? Some publicity stunt? Most guys wouldn't do that. Of course, I know a few who probably would, but then again, they'd probably get kicked out of the hotel, too. Anyway. And then you talk about fantasizing about driving Cadillacs. Why don't you just get higher paying gainful employment and then drive real Cadillacs. Then you don't have to fantasize about it. You can just have it for real. Although I do have to say that old-time Cadillacs did guzzle a lot of gasoline. I don't know about the modern ones, but the old-time ones guzzled a lot of gasoline. Why would you want to drive them? Those are ecologically unfriendly and also very expensive. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Cristal is an alcoholic beverage. It's a high-end alcoholic beverage. And a Maybach is some kind of a European luxury car. That's what I found out. Now, what does Cristal, Maybach, and diamonds in your timepiece have to do with guys getting ready to exercise or going to the gym? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's the most pointless thing I've ever seen. Okay? And I can tell you right now, no guy that I know of would think about jet planes and islands while they're exercising. You know what they think about? Women. That's right. If they're in the gym exercising, they're thinking about beautiful babes. That's it. Okay? And tigers on a gold leash? I mean, I'm not that kind of a brave person. I wouldn't put a gold leash on a tiger. I wouldn't even own a tiger, much less put a gold leash on one. Well, the tiger gets violent and mauls you. Well, he's got a gold leash. Well, you're in a coffin. Not a pretty picture. Okay, and then we see a guy swimming in the rain. I don't know very many guys who would swim in the rain without a good purpose. They would swim at night. Okay, granted, I know a lot of guys that swim at night, but in the rain, I don't know. Really? And then you talk about how you're never going to be royals. Why can't you be royals? Find yourself a higher paying, educated, gainful employment, and then become a royal, if that's what you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, why are you even talking about it? Why are you fantasizing about something you don't even want to be at in the first place? Okay, and if that's not the kind of buzz you're craving, what kind of buzz are you craving? What are you trying to do? Get massively intoxicated? Anyway. And realistically, why would anybody really want to be a royal in the first place? If you're royal, you're going to have a lot of royal pains to go along with it. I don't know. I don't think it'd be really worth it. What do I know? And then you talk about code you've cracked. You didn't tell us what code that was. What code have you cracked? Is it some kind of an important code? Is it a kind of a code that would decide the fate of the whole universe? Or is there some kind of a code that opens up some locker in Timbuktu? You don't really mention that. And then in the next part of the video, you're still seeing these guys in this apartment. They're not on a train, and they're not headed for any party. There's not even a brochure that says they're supposed to go to a party. You don't have anything like this. Okay? And then you show these guys shaving their heads and playing video games. What, they're supposed to shave their heads and play video games before they go to this party that, as far as I know, doesn't really exist? On a train that they are not really on? Okay? And if you didn't go to this imaginary party to get money, why did you go to the party? Are you going there to become intoxicated? Or are you going there for promiscuity purposes? What? That's never explained. And then you say you're a queen. Or you want to be a queen. A queen of what? Queen of hearts? Queen of diamonds? Queen Latifah? Gotta be more specific than that. And then, at the end of the video, the guys are finally on a train. They're going somewhere. Well, we find out later that they go to a tennis court. Okay, so they went to a tennis court. They didn't bring any rackets with them. They certainly didn't play any tennis. Why'd they bother going in the first place? Just to hang around a tennis court? What do they do? Check out the ladies? At least bring a tennis racket. Look like you're wanting to play tennis. This is the most ridiculous video I've ever seen. Well, no, I can't say that. I've seen some ridiculous videos, but this is one of the most ridiculous videos I've ever seen. It's completely pointless, senseless. The music's real nice, though. I'll give you that. The music is real nice, the singing's real nice, but these lyrics, they just don't go along with the video footage you put out. I'm sitting there scratching my head going, huh? So, there you have it. There you go. I would not be listening to this thing on the radio because I'd be too busy laughing and I'd probably be distracted. I'd probably wreck my car trying to do it. No. I'll go back to Journey, REO Speedwagon, the Electric Light Orchestra. At least those songs made some sense. This thing doesn't make any sense. So, unless you want to enter the land of confusion, skip this song. I mean, skip it. Alright. Hopefully, this young lady who sang this song will sing something better next time. Something with a little more meaning. Picking out better lyrics. I don't know. I can tell you that the music itself is hypnotizing. I'll give you that. But, wow. Alright, this is Ted the Speed Learner hysterically signing off. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.